leading by example. Like I can't sit
Sure,
here,
sure,
my
sure.
kids at their age, I can't say to them, do something and then I don't do it, because they'll just call me out on my bullshit straight away. They go, you're fucking used
Right,
to your phone. Like you've got it all the time. So why tell me to do one thing when you don't do that sort of things, right? So I need to
yeah,
live as congruently as possible, so they can see me as a shining example of the
right.
things that I do well and also not so well, and how I correct that all. So I'm kind of winning to a degree, where I've got my kids now, like my middle guy just joined the gym with me. We're training together and stuff like that. The younger two, we're doing MMA together, and the older one I really need to work on, because he's been through his HSC now, his high school certificate. So I need to get him kind of like out of the screens and the tests and all that kind of stuff, and then say, right, yeah, let's work on your fitness and your mental health and all that kind of stuff, and bring that
Sure,
back.
sure.
But that's how I do it. And I'm not suggesting that I'm actually like cured the whole thing or there's a resolution behind it, but that's how I see it. I just like you can see the addiction part of it. I can see myself scrolling through aimlessly for no fucking reason, other than just
Right.
my thumb just does this like uncontrollably. It's right. So I can see it. I understand the balance and how it fucks with your mind. And I also understand that, dude, when you hit sunlight, like one of my recent businesses that I created, I'm in the sun all the time. It's an outdoor service-based business.
Mhm.
It's in the trade sort of industry and stuff like that. So I'm in the sun all the time, but then getting rid of seed oils, cleaning up my water, getting rid of like a lot of sugars and stuff like that. I've just noticed my skin change. I can stay in the sun for a long time. Whereas
Yeah,
6, 7, 8, 10 years ago, I'd be like, my slogan was white skin's healthy skin. I would just say,
right.
like,
Sure,
I
sure.
can't go in the sun any longer than 10 or 15 minutes. I'll start to go red and burn, but it's just all the shit that I was
Yeah,
eating at that time. My body's healing over time.
sure. Well, then you build up your solar callus. That helps a ton too. But I'm so glad I don't have kids. Like I couldn't imagine being a parent today. You know what? But
Not
I
that
have
bad.
this discussion all the time with parents. When I was training kids, they'd tell me like the kids they don't, they won't eat this and they won't do what I tell them. And I said, well, what do you do? And they're like, what do you mean? I was like, they're going to emulate you. So if you're eating garbage, they're going to eat garbage. And if you're telling them, to turn off the TV and you're watching TV at 11:30 at night, they're going to do what you do, right? So and then kids with autoimmune diseases and stuff like like I've had 5, 6 year old kids with autoimmune diseases that I've worked with the parents, and I'm like, you guys have to set the example on this. Well, he doesn't want to go outside. Well, he's 5. You grab him by the arm and you drag him outside. Like you just do it. And guess what? The kid all of a sudden likes being outside. Like go outside with your kids and play with them. Like you're the leader. You gotta lead by example.